it was about acting, like learning shit, right? It was like I feel like with acting, a lot of what you learn comes from other actors that you like learn with. You know what I mean? And shit like better actors or even worse actors. You learn like a lot of people. Is like a lot of the interviews that I hear from like Marin or whatever, or people saying that oh, I learned a lot from working with Brando or whoever. So
yeah, and it doesn't even have to be like a big name actor. Like
Right.
even like I guess like for me, I'm only working with actors that are really like just at the school or like short films. But like even just working with like people that we know like Sylvette. I did a scene with her where I was her ex. And the scene took place, it was on her wedding day. She was getting married to another man, and I'm coming to her to propose to her,
yeah,
and she's rejecting me.
damn,
So we had to do that scene where like I'm just like emotionally all over the place, and she's emotionally all over the place.
yeah,
And like the way it grew each time we rehearsed, we both became better actors out of that.
yeah,
And I feel like we both made each other better
right,
from that.
yeah,
Like we both like got over some hump where it's like, damn, like looking back before this, I wouldn't have thought to do this like
Damn.
emotionally. I wouldn't have thought to think like that, or like I wouldn't have thought to say something. I wouldn't think that like this line had so much meaning.
right,
Like even like a script analysis or something. Like lines mean more than what they are just on the page.
Right.
Nowadays. Like
subtext.
yeah, subtext. Right, my favorite word. My favorite word. Subtext. Yeah.
I think with that we should start. Ladies and
Yeah.
gents, welcome back to Articulate. Welcome, Qsaun. How you doing?
Hey, what's up, man? I'm doing well.
Yeah.
Honored to be on the show, Steve. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming out, dude.
Yeah.
I'm so pumped because you're such a big nerd about movies, dude. I
Yeah,
love it.
Yeah, my favorite thing. I tell you, man, all the time. All
It's
the
true.
time.
Yeah, it's really, but like it emanates. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I could tell, and like I'm a nerd too. You know, it's so
Yeah,
like
might
meeting
as well.
another nerd is just like very
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
about the same thing. You know,
Yeah.
it's good stuff.
Exactly. So.
And especially this year was a great year to meet you because X,
Yes.
the movie X. We're here to
Yes.
talk about the movie, the
X.
horror movie 22, as well as the movie Pearl.
Pearl. Yes.
Yeah, super
Yes.
excited about this, dude.
Yes. That. Maxine as well.
Maxine,
That's coming out soon.
true.
The trilogy.
Yeah, the trilogy.
Yeah, the X-traordinary trilogy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So this movie was I guess let's start with X like chronologically. This movie was interesting because like I didn't know anything about it
Yeah.
like
me
going
either.
into
yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually saw a trailer for Pearl before I even had heard of X.
Really.
And I was like, is this Pearl or is this X? Like, what is this?
Yeah.
And then I kind of just forgot about it. And then my buddy was like, dude, you got to check out this movie. And he just like sent the file over to me. It was just X. And I was like, all right, it's a scary movie. It's Halloween. Let me throw it on. I think
Yeah.
I watched it at the beginning of October with another buddy of mine here. And we were like, we had no idea what we were getting into.
Really.
And I think that's the best way to enter any movie, you know?
Yeah, I know what you mean because like nowadays I'm like whenever I see a movie that I'm really excited about, I'm like, damn, I don't know if I should watch a trailer for this
You can't.
because like I want to be surprised and like just be like mesmerized as I'm like
Yeah.
watching it
Yeah.
like for the first time and not know anything going into it.
Right.
Like I wish I would have did that with a couple films that came out this year.
Yeah.
Like Everything Everywhere All at Once.
True,
Wish I
yeah.
never saw a trailer for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But
fair.
yeah, I know what you mean.
No, I think like A24, the production company, is really
yeah.
really good about
Yeah.
keeping things under wrap a little bit
Oh,
like that.
yeah.
Unless they're trying to like seriously promote, like if they think it's gonna be like Uncut Gems, they gave a pretty
Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems. They put a pretty big like trailer and
Yeah.
everything like that. But also half of the time the A24 movies are nonsensical anyways. They're
Yeah,
like
true.
pretty like
Yeah, I just like how
artsy.
like art housey.
Art
they
house.
are.
Yeah. Well, it's we need that. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there's like before A24, I mean, they're really the only ones right now that I see, and you watch more movies than I do, but
Mhm.
they're really the only ones right now that are allowing for a lot of experimentation or style or taste and
Yeah.
things like that.
Yeah,
Because like the other big movies are what? Like
Marvel.
Marvel movies,
Like,
DC
like-
movies, very basic movies, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like a double-edged sword with this, cause like Marvel, like me personally, I grew up watching those movies, so like they hold like some value to me.
Yeah,
But
I
on
agree.
the other end, I do understand where people come from. They say like, oh, it's not film like they just make the same story over and over again. Like, I understand that, because at certain times it can feel like I'm watching the same thing.
Yeah.
Right, even though I'm still gonna watch it nonetheless.
Right.
But I do agree with you where you say like we need like films like what A24 is producing, because like if they're not doing it, who else is?
Right.
Because like Marvel and DC, they're taking up like every theater, every time slot, like, and the theaters are going to allow it because they're making money as well.
Yeah.
So I do agree like in that aspect of like when it comes to like filmmaking and it's like this new age and like era of film, and how it is changing, but I don't know if it's like for the better or for the worse.
Right.
Like I said, it's like a double-edged sword.
It is.
So
no, it's true, and it's like hard because this is gonna sound so fucking stupid, but like as an artist, you know what I mean? Or somebody that like values art, right? And people will say that they value art, and some people won't. But like for the most part, I think like Marvel movies are entertainment, and then there are some movies that are art. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they're in not just Marvel, but again, it's like there's some things that are just entertainment, and there's some things that are art, and like to actually, I feel like part of the point of art is to, you know, inspire somebody or move somebody in a certain way. Yeah. Marvel movies aren't moving me that much, man.
I feel you. And that's a valid point. That's a valid point. I mean, like that's why I only rank movies like off of pure enjoyment.
True.
Right?
It's hard.
Yeah, and when I know a movie is gonna be like really like artsy and like you know, good in that aspect, like I'm rating it in more of a serious tone. Right. Okay. But like when it's something that's like just for like pure entertainment, right? Like I'm more like laid back and like just turn my brain off and like just enjoy it for what it is, because I know the target audience and what its true intents are. Not to like go off topic, but like I saw a movie that came on Netflix recently, Slumberland, with Jason Momoa, and it was about like just like dreams and like the dream world and like how it relates to like the real world, and like anyway, like the target audience was like for kids and everything, but like it was an enjoyable movie for anyone. Like anybody could watch it, and it was entertaining. For sure. So for that reason, I would like rate it I would rate it better than something that was supposed to be like artsy and like
for
really
adults.
For adults and like really specific. Yeah. But that like didn't hit it on the nose.
Right.
Like I would rate something like what I was talking about, like Slumberland, higher than that. Yeah. Like
Mitchell's vs. the Machines. You ever see that one?
Yeah,
that's a great kids movie. I love that movie. Yeah,
yeah, like literally, it's just for entertainment, and like you can just turn your brain off and enjoy it. Yeah, exactly.
What I did want to say is what is a really good example of this, which is really curious because it's part of the same franchise, X and Pearl. Like, X is a very entertaining movie, and here's the thing, and it's not like an entertaining movie can't have elements of, you know, art housey in it, and vice versa. Art housey movies can't be entertaining. You know, it's
true,
not.
True.
It's not like that. But X again, it was just like that was just a fun movie. You know, all around jumping into it.
Yeah, because like the first hour, like you don't know what's going on. Like you just think it's like a bunch of people shooting a porno or something. Yeah. But then it turns into a slasher, which I think is like amazing about it. Yeah. Yeah,
man. I mean, this movie is all around. Are we jumping in? Let's jump into this movie.
Let's do it.
Because, like, the movie itself is, like, also, there's so many elements to it. So, Ty West, who wrote it and directed it and produced it and edited it, dude, he did so much for
this. A machine.
He is. Have you ever seen an interview with him? Dude, he
a couple.
Goes. He just goes.
His brain works at, like, 1,000 miles per minute. Yeah.
And he loves movies. You know what I mean? He loves movies. Like, you could tell, like, a lot of X has a lot of influences. Like, there's so many Easter eggs.
For sure. Yeah,
to so many other
it felt like a classic. Like, watching, like, older movies that had, like, elements of what X had. Yeah, and you could tell he's a fan of just film in general. And, like, I feel like directors like that, like, filmmakers, the best ones are the ones that are, like, fans of just, like, pure cinema. Right. And he showed that, and that's why, like, it's such a great movie.
Well, and again, like, going into this movie with, like, you know, I've always been, like, into horror. Like, I'll watch a horror movie, especially around October. You know, I'll make a point to, like, try to, you know, spook myself or whatever. Yeah. But, like, I feel like recently they've just been, like, jump scary, like, not a lot of, like, depthy just like reaching type of movies that are really
Yeah.
not that scary. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
They're scary, but like the third Annabelle, the fifth Annabelle, which I don't know what they're on at this
What
point.
was it? Annabelle Comes Home or something like that? Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like
Uh-huh.
half of those movies are just like, oh, people are gonna die and you're gonna be scared. I think.
Yeah,
that'll
yeah.
be it for the most
See,
part.
like movies like that, people know what they're going to get into,
Right.
right? So
Very algorithmic.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, very specific, very much so. We're looking for this target audience.
Mhm.
We know they're going to see it, so we're going to push these movies out.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if it has like substance or anything.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
But that's what was great about X is because I'm like, all right, well, if it's just another horror movie, it's somehow like surpassed being just another horror movie.
Yeah.
And it has the same tropes, you know. I don't really like. I mean, we're gonna talk about what it does different, but like,
Mhm.
if you look at it objectively, it's like, oh, it is kind of another jump scary type of slasher movie.
Yeah.
But the things that he does different in this movie that make it all the difference is because Ty West loves movies and he wanted to really work his craft in this movie. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Um,
Exactly.
So like you know, even starting at the top, just like the cinematography, you know, the scene with the alligator, and she's just she's swimming with the alligator, and it's like a wide shot
Yeah.
of just from above, and it's just
Yeah.
like so peaceful and quiet. And you just
Yeah,
like,
just seeing that shot, I'm like, damn, I know what I'm in for now.
yeah.
Like I didn't know before, but I
Yeah.
know now.
Seriously.
Yeah.
And like
Mhm.
just the open field, like it is very beautiful scenery and
Mhm.
shit like that. And then like, I mean, the humor going into it too is like they're like Brittany Snow. First of all, I didn't know Brittany Snow was gonna be it or Kid Cudi, dude. They're just,
Bro, Kid Cudi, bro, this man is a good actor,
He's
bro.
really
Like he
good
came
co-
from nowhere. Like
Yeah.
not to say he came from nowhere, but like, yo, this man can act.
came
Like,
out of nowhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Came out of nowhere with like an
Yeah.
acting role. I was like, I didn't know he could do this.
Yeah.
It was really, really good.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't know. She's like, is he your boyfriend? And she's like, sometimes. Where like Kid
Yeah.
Cudi's like, I think I love you. And she's like, oh, bless your heart.
Bro, that accent is crazy.
Yeah. And of course the obligatory like big dick scene.
Oh yeah. Bro, this man broke the internet, bro. Like
Really? With that?
Yeah.
I didn't even see it before that. That's funny.
Mhm.
But like, and I mean, that was just a joke. I think like a gag
Yeah,
that they put in for
It was-
sure.
for sure. It was just a joke.
Yeah, but and again, it's like that was kind of I feel like an element that was missing from some new horror movies because some of the older horror movies had like just goofy scenes in it. Like
Yeah.
Chucky was hilarious. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
they were
for
just
sure.
like funny characters that were kind of dumb in it too, and just
Yeah.
like there was like, all right, that person deserves to die because they're an
Yeah,
idiot.
that and like, but it still had that gore to it.
Right,
Like,
right.
like it still reminded you, like, nah, this isn't like one of those like, oh, this is just a funny film with like bad stuff in it. No, the main thing,
Yeah.
this is a horror film,
Right,
right?
right.
We're just
And-
gonna have these elements in it.
yeah, he
Yeah.
kills it. He dives into it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the all the deaths, bro. Like it's just like
Bro, like,
one by one, and dude, and
Mhm.
some of them were just like built up on realism. Like the
Mm-hmm.
one where he's walking through the barn and you see the nail, and you're just like,
yeah.
no.
Yeah, he's like, bro, why would you step on it? It's right there. Like, look. Like, literally just look down. Just telling him, like, through the screen, like, bro, look.
And that's not even like, oh, he's gonna die. That's like
Uh-huh.
your fucking foot.
Yeah.
You're about to hurt yourself.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And
It's
you're
so
right about, like, the realism because after he steps on a nail, like, he looks through, like, the peephole,
yeah.
the barn. Like, why would you put your eye right there when you know, like, something's going on?
But he doesn't. Does he know? I don't. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. True. But that's, like, that's what's good about it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
But again, I watched another. I watched an interview with Ty West, and
Mhm.
again, what was really really cool about what I liked about this was he made it because he's like, I wanted this project to be all about the craft, like
Mhm.
starting from cinematography to like the references to other movies,
Yeah.
but also like the acting, like and that was part of the thing why he
Uh-huh.
had Mia Goth play both of those characters.
Yeah.
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah, Mia Goth did tremendous job. Like X,
Insane.
like, I mean, like, just talking about X, of course she did amazing with Pearl, but, like, just X, like, playing those two different characters, because, like, you got to think about it. She's playing, like, a really, really old woman,
Yeah.
right? And she's playing a way, way younger version,
Right.
like, playing this porn star.
Yeah.
Like, to, like, think about the preparation she had to go into that for both roles is, like, insane. Like, I couldn't fathom that. As well.
Seriously.
She's amazing. Also, shout out to Jenna Ortega. Like, she is.
Which one was she in? Was she the other girl?
She was like the director's like.
The church
like,
girl.
Yeah,
Church mouse.
Yeah. So like when she was like in the basement, and when she saw that body, like her reaction.
Seriously.
Like you could take a still shot of that. Like
yeah.
Bro, that was real. That was real. You could tell she prepared for that, and I love that.
Yeah. Well, and I was thinking about this with acting too, like with Mia Goth. Like imagine having to. I guess we'll get into it with Pearl more, but like imagine having to live like an insane character for that long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like really feeling what she was feeling and like believing those things, you know?
Yeah, because at a certain point, like the acting isn't acting.
No.
Right?
Right.
They're going through like a real experience.
Yeah.
So it makes you wonder, like, damn, do they like hold on to that after they're done? The fact it makes you like respect
you just said
acting.
That the dude with like an accent. It's the Elvis dude.
Yeah, Austin Butler. Yeah,
Butler.
Like
he still has that accent.
Yeah, he carried that on, and it's like, dude, like these guys are really serious about their craft, but like that's scary.
Seriously,
that's really scary.
And that's what I felt like we were talking about on Tuesday. Is like for the first time, like after I got off, I still had to like calm down. You know what I mean? I had to be like, whew, this is quite a bit going on. I can't imagine carrying fucking murdering people around with you.
Yes. Not to go off topic, but like related. When Tom Hanks did Captain Phillips.
Yeah.
Like that specifically that scene where he's being rescued and like the nurse is like treating him and everything. How like that whole scene wasn't like scripted at all. Like, yo, dude was going through like an actual experience. Like he was like, he was in shock.
Yeah.
How do you prepare for something like that, right? And like after that, like I just have like questions like, did he go to therapy or something? Like, bro was going through it.
Seriously. Yeah.
Because he wasn't acting. Right. He wasn't acting. The cameras just happened to be rolling, and he was just going through something.
And I think that some people don't understand that about acting, which is what because I didn't understand it before I started taking this class. Is like, I always thought it was like, oh, you are, when you act, you're doing a character. And it's like, yeah, in a sense, you are doing a character, but also in a sense, you're becoming that character.
Yes,
like
you are the character.
You like are making it real to you as a person, like inside of you as a person, like emotionally. Yeah, and that's crazy. That is insane.
It's like what we learn. It's like you live truthfully under the imaginary circumstances.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Because like you don't want anything to be fake. You don't want to portray anything fake. Yeah, you got lines, but like, those lines have to mean something to you. Right. If they don't, they're just gonna come across like it's fake, and like the audience is gonna know.
They're gonna know. Yeah.
Easiest thing you can do as an actor is to tell the wrong story.
Right.
So.
Yeah, we don't want Tony to get mad at us for giving us too much away from the class. True. But no, it's true, and Mia Goth does such like a great job, like dedication wise, like. And again, what he said about her, like in Maxine in X, is somebody like, you know, everybody on the set's there to like, you know, they all want to be famous and make money or whatever, but she's really there to like go for it. You know, she's got the X factor. She truly believes in herself. And he said it. I mean, she in real life is like that too, where she just goes for it like full out, like. If he was like, God forbid we ever have a fight scene with Mia because she will hurt somebody.
No, that's good though. Yeah. That's good though. I know, like Margot Robbie, she's like the same way.
Really?
Like I saw an interview with her recently, where she did like an actor on actors. I forgot who else she was doing it with, but like she did a fight scene for, I think it was Babylon, that's about to be out like I think like next week, and she said like she's the kind of person that says like to her scene partner, just like let loose, like do anything to me, because it's got to be real, right?
Yeah.
So.
That's crazy. Again, I can't imagine like how much. I mean, you got to try to imagine, right? You got to like, as an actor, you have to try to like feel that. So
and just like take that in.
Yeah,
for
real. But again, other parts of this that I really liked, you know, the homages that he did to other horror movies like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, do The Shining with like the axe.
Oh yeah,
scene. Yeah, that was great. But also the beautiful open shots. We were talking about the craft. But another part of that he, just to like make an artistic piece, was having Mia Goth play two parts. You know what I mean? It's just like, that's a real that's like a real hard challenge as an
Yeah.
artist to do. But if you could pull it off artistically, then that's
Yeah.
awesome. Like,
And imagine the amount of trust he had in her to do that.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very, very true.
And for even Pearl, because she co-wrote that as well.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
After
like,
that.
they must trust each other. Like,
Seriously.
like
Well,
that.
I mean, she probably earned his trust after, like, being on X for just a few, like, even just a little bit. Or
yeah.
maybe I don't know. I don't know their history. Maybe they were already
and plus,
friends. or
like,
something
even
that.
before all of this, she is a, like, a well-known seasoned actor too. So, like, her,
Yeah, true.
yeah, like her past stuff, like, it speaks for itself.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is why I'm so confused as to why she's not, like, in so many other things.
I know,
Like, how is
right?
she not
Yeah.
huge right now?
Right, exactly.
like-
It's
it's
like
insane
not
to
fair
me.
sometimes, but that's the industry, right?
Yeah, and regarding the industry, like, another thing he mentioned was how, like, this is set in the 1970s,
Mm-hmm.
which really fits because around that time was when it was a beautiful moment in cinema history where directors had a little bit of, like, leeway with experimentation, and they were popular movies a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So he felt that was, like, a really good setting for this movie to be in because it was kind of like that.
Oh yeah, that is true. Yeah, for sure. That is like a great, like, artistic move to have,
Right.
like, or like for that direction for it to go into,
Mm-hmm.
because, like, it's like you said, like, a lot of movies came out during that time, like, it was, like, very experimental, but, like, they did well in the same sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, like, even just talking about other ages, like with Steven Spielberg,
Yeah.
like, when he did Jaws,
Right.
bro, like, that was, like, the first summer blockbuster ever.
Really.
And, like, that influenced so many things after that. Like, what we have today, like, movies that came out this past summer, like, it probably wouldn't have, like, been the same if it wasn't for Jaws, right?
Yeah.
For Spielberg. And that's why I'm a huge fan of The Fablemans.
Yeah.
Not to go.
Well,
yeah.
Nope. Nope.
Oh, Nope.
is-
Yeah.
They got an exhibit right next to the Jaws exhibit in what is that, Orlando? No. One of those movie like amusement park
Uh-huh.
things that they got. But, like, they already installed it, and they were going for the same type of, like, the whole point of Nope was to be a spectacular occasion or something like
Oh,
that.
word. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so they were
amazing,
trying to-
bro. Cinema.
Yeah, cinema's wild. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
One thing I wanted to ask you about, are you afraid to get old?
No.
That's
No.
like part of the theme of X
Uh-huh.
because, like, she was, like, old. You know what
Uh-huh.
I mean? And that was, like, what was one of the scariest parts about. Well, not one of the scariest part, but one of the things that you thought about exiting this movie personally was
Mhm.
like all she like, dude. The other thing I wasn't expecting was a landslide right in the middle of this movie, dude.
yeah.
The Kid Cudi playing the guitar beautifully, Brittany Snow singing with her
Mhm.
pitch perfect voice, and
And they're all getting blown away.
they're all about to die. dude. Yeah, that was the turning point.
Yeah, but, like, I love that direction he took because that is part of the realism of it.
Yeah,
Because, like, if you're really going through something like that, like, the odds of, like, surviving something like that, pretty slim if you don't have, like, something planned out beforehand.
yeah,
And you just got your survival skills, which very few of us have, I'm gonna be honest. So, yeah, it's crazy, yeah.
yeah, man. But yeah, man. Again, just like, and this is kind of gonna lead into Pearl, but, like, in X, you could tell that Pearl, like, she wasn't just some, like, serial killer, like, crazy
Mhm.
fanatic. She was, like, it was mostly that in X.
Yeah.
But you could tell that, she danced in that movie. Still,
Uh-huh.
there was, like, a point where she, like, killed the director.
And then just did a
And
dance.
then did the little
yeah,
dance.
after that.
That
yeah.
scene also really cool because it was, like, again, it was the first kill of the movie. Right after Landslide was played, there was, like,
Mhm.
that was, like, the midpoint of the movie, and it was, like, very bright. He gets out of the car, she starts killing him, and the blood goes on the light,
Mhm.
and the lighting just changes, and the whole entire tone of the movie
Yes,
changes
yes,
right after that.
yes.
So
Yes,
good,
it's like point A, point B.
yeah,
It's like the in between.
right,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But and again, it's her just, like, she's so, yes, she's killing because she's a killer, right?
Mhm.
But she's also, like, just, like, so, like, jealous of these young people,
That and, like, she is a person that believes in what she's saying.
right?
Like, she's justifying literally everything that she's doing because she thinks that she is a star. Like,
Right.
I'm a star. Like, oh yeah, like, like she actually like believes in what she's doing, and she thinks she's gonna be more than just this old, little farm girl.
Right.
So all that like the killing she does in Pearl, it's like nothing to her, because like she feels like she's gonna have like a big like moment in life. Everybody's gonna know her, so
Yeah.
she feels like it's gonna like pay out in the end.
Right. And,
Yeah.
and you get to see an X that it doesn't, and like how that crushes her, and how she
Yeah.
still somehow has hope.
And
too.
that's sad.
It's so
That's sad as hell.
Well, and that's what I meant by
Yeah.
like, are you afraid to get old and like not accomplishing like the things that you wanted to
See, like,
accomplish in that
In
sense, man?
in that sense, if I was Pearl in that mindset,
Yeah.
knowing what I know, yeah, I'd be sad. I'd be sad about that.
Right.
But like me as myself getting old, no, I don't think I'd be old, because
You don't think you'd ever be old?
I mean, yeah, I think I'm gonna be old, yeah, of course. But like, I guess like my personality and my mindset, I feel like, once I'm older, like I gain more wisdom, and like everybody dies, and like aging, you get to learn more about just like life, not just about the things you like. And there's just so much that comes with life, and life is so short, so why not just live it to the fullest and
Yeah.
live as much as you can until you vanish
Perish.
away.
Yeah.
I don't know about perish, but like
Yeah.
you just go back to,
Dust.
I guess
So
so.
swoozies,
Yeah.
so swazzies.
Yeah.
Fairy dust.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel that. Words of wisdom from Qsaun. I like that. You should start your own podcast.
Oh man.
Uh,
Maybe. I don't know.
No, that's good. That's good. Yeah, but I agree though. I think probably best not to think about it until you get there, right?
Yeah, exactly. and like I said with like the pro thing, like not everybody has the same path in life. So
True.
So don't you want to figure out what your path is, and live your life out to see where it can take you,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
No, definitely.
so
Definitely.
to answer your question, no, I don't think I'm afraid of getting old. Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah. Appreciate. What about you?
Yeah. My knees are already hurting. I'm afraid of my knees hurting more. I mean, that's my biggest thing. I'm not afraid to get old, but I'm afraid to hurt all the time.
Yeah. I mean, if you got some meds going,
That's true. That's not bad. All right. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're not here to talk about meds yet.
Yet.
But so other crazy part about this movie was how quickly it was all done. Like X straight into Pearl, like within the year.
Yeah, like
X
they
was
came out
March.
in the same year.
Pearl was October, I think, or September.
Yeah.
Crazy. And again, the vast difference, like the difference between these two movies is just like, because, and here's the thing, and I was curious as to, I didn't like Pearl like the first time I saw it, because I saw X and I loved it because I wasn't expecting it. It was just so much fun. It was a good horror movie. I was super excited about it, and there was a lot of humor in it, which I'm a big fan of, obviously. So I was like, I'm gonna go into Pearl. It's gonna be like, hell yeah, this is gonna be sick. Not like anything like the first movie at all.
Because Pearl was like a huge character study.
Huge.
Like you got into the mind of her and like why she did the things she did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is a big part of that movie is, yeah, she's a villain. It's kind of like the Joker, but you understand why.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very like Thanos character.
Yeah.
Like, damn, what they're doing is wrong, but might have a point. Like,
Yeah, might have a point. No, I agree. No, 100%.
Yeah, but
And
like, what got you like to actually like Pearl for like?
How big of a nerd? Well, and then how big of a nerd my friend was about it, but the one with a picture of I'm a star on top of this Christmas tree.
On a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Yo, that was crazy.
It's so
That
good,
was
right?
epic,
But so he was like really big on it, but then also, I mean, I got into it like while watching it, and then the final monologue for sure was like, okay, something is like, there's something here that I need to, that I missed going into it.
Yeah.
And
that monologue was yo.
Man, Mia Goth.
Let me tell you something.
Dude, Mia Goth. Seriously.
Look, I feel like she went on for like a good like 7 or 8 minutes.
Yeah, it was. I think it was like 6 to 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Other thing too, I watched the interview with her. She has a British accent. I was like, bro, like in both of those movies, like she does a completely different thing.
You wouldn't think she's like British at all. any of that.
I thought she was a country bumpkin. You know?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
That's
just goes to
crazy.
show she's a really, really serious actor.
Well, and the fact that she like, doing the screenplay on top of it all too. You know, she definitely helps. You know, her passion for the first project definitely rolled into the second one.
Yes.
And she became a huge part of the second movie. So as an actress, that's got to be
It's gotta be huge.
It's got to be
for her.
huge. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like going back to that monologue scene, like to prepare for something like that, you have to be such like a fan of this kind of thing. Because like if you're just doing acting, it's like, oh, this seems fun.
Yeah.
You're not doing something like that, bro. You're not doing something like that. And I was just sitting in the theater like, yo, like, how long has it been? Like, we haven't like cut to another like person. Like, we haven't gone to another scene. Like, it's just her.
Right.
And she's holding like that emotion the entire time.
I can't
Entire
imagine.
time.
And it's building. It's not just she's not just holding one emotion. She's going from one to the next
Yes.
all the way in it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so much about the character too that like, yeah, you kind of get a sense. This is right at the end of the movie, and you kind of get a sense for the character throughout the movie and like what she's all about. But there's so much revealed about her just in that monologue that you had no idea about.
Yeah.
Her entire history with Henry and the farm and her self-awareness of who she is.
Yeah,
too.
she's like I know something's like off with me.
Yeah.
But like I still want to do these things. I just can't help myself.
Yeah.
Like that's really cool.
It's
like
real.
It is real.
It's real.
That's the realism you were talking about. Yeah, like I wonder like writing that, like what they went through, like what was the process of like writing something like that, having a character that's inherently so bad but so like self-aware of being bad, but they just can't help it for themselves. Yeah.
And like feeling, because as you're writing that, you have to have sympathy for that person, because if you're writing that, then they feel bad for themselves too. It's like there's so many layers to that character that and to the writers that have to like go into that. It's insane, dude.
Yeah, I wonder who came up with the pig idea.
The pig idea.
The pig for her like
friend.
The
maggots.
Yeah, like
the maggoted
like
pig.
over time, like people see like the pig on the porch, like what's up with that?
Yeah.
And like it just gets like destroyed over time, and like it's like a representation of her and her family, like Pearl and her family.
I didn't even think about that.
Going through the whole movie, yeah, because like at the beginning, like the pig is like well cooked, it looks presented well on the porch, and then as time goes by, her family's getting X'd out, no pun intended. And then like the pig is like it's also like just covered in maggots and stuff. Right. It looks terrible. Yeah. Like that represents her in that time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I thought that was amazing. Like it was a good representation of what was going on in the movie.
And she puts it up on the table at the end to present like, this is who I am now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've come to this.
I am this nasty person, and this is this nasty pig.
Yeah. So good.
Bro, I felt so bad for her dad, though.
Oh, man.
Bro, the tear?
Just with a single tear.
A single tear?
Well, because there was that part where she's like, are you still in there? And, like, up to that point, you're kind of wondering if he is or not, like, or if he's, what's going on. But then you start to see... Well, I think even before the tear, you see a little bit of fear when he's like killing. Yeah, you see fear in his eyes. And things
for
like
sure.
That.
And I got like props to him because like, how do you convey that without moving?
No
like,
idea. Crazy.
Yeah.
So again, all the actors in this are so good, and I don't want to get too far away from the fact that again, it's like this is a craft piece that Ty West put together artistically, and so. The actors pulled off the art of that so beautifully to convey what he was really going for.
Yeah, it was very well done. Very well put together.
I mean, and again, like the difference between X and this one is the fact that this one in Pearl is like even all the scary things are in the daytime. You know what I mean? Like it's very bright and vivid colors. What I had wrote down is like is the Wizard of Oz where like Dorothy didn't get to go to Oz.
Oh damn, yeah.
she likes to kill people. Maybe I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, she did kill the witch in the original one, so
yeah. So
not that far off.
So was Pearl Dorothy?
She killed 2 witches. Damn. She is.
Who
Dorothy.
knows?
You don't even know what happens after the rest of Wizard of Oz. Damn.
Yeah, true. That is so. Bro, I would like to see that.
Yeah.
What happens after
the
fact?
comparisons, dude?
What happens after she goes home? Tell me. What happened?
Is she just docile now? She
yeah,
loves it,
like,
or
is she just complacent?
is she
Like,
killing her? Is she killing her parents?
Yeah. Like, what's going on?
Yeah. And the monologue, I know we covered it a lot, but one thing that Ty West said was that moment, they had that moment down, in the script, and it was the most realistic type moment of the whole thing, of the character of the movie as part of it all. And so the whole movie is building up to that moment to be realistic.
Yeah.
To really because if it was done poorly and then you get this monologue at the end.
It's like, I can't feel anything for this character because there was no build up to it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
And a lot of movies do that. Where they have something big happen to this character. They have so many things that's wrong with him, but you have a lot of factors that go into why it doesn't work. Like runtime, the script, the actor.
Right.
You don't know if they're portraying the character truthfully or just well enough.
Mm-hmm.
But with this, we got the story and why she felt this way from beforehand. And the monologue, it just made so much sense in order for her to say that in that moment. For her to come back from that dance, just from doing that audition. Yeah.
Imagine having to learn the dance too. It was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, on top of it all.
Bro, I would have cast her.
Seriously, she was a great
I would have regretted it, but I would have cast
her.
She would have started killing everybody, but yeah.
Yeah, that's what. Well, so that's what I'm curious about with Maxine. And I think we talked about this a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's with Pearl, she was a killer, so she didn't get to make it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so with Maxine, I'm curious to see. There's a lot of similarities in their characters. Obviously, it's the same person, but I wonder if we're gonna get to see and live out what happens if Pearl makes it, but in 70s and in a in a little bit of a different time period.
like a multiverse kind of
kind of, yeah. But I mean, say Maxine is the same character as Pearl, but in that setting. What's it like if she actually makes it and has the X factor and isn't trapped to a farm? You know what I mean?
She was the final girl.
Yeah.
She had that X factor.
Exactly.
Right, because I'm thinking the whole time watching X that Jenna Ortega was surviving.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, they're not gonna kill her off.
Yeah.
But I feel like they knew people were gonna think that Jenna Ortega was gonna survive just because of who she is and that character and everything, and how of goody two shoes she was in the movie, and took that and just threw it out the window and said, no, she is out of here, bro. And I love that for that. I love that they went with that decision.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it was right at the end. She almost made it too.
She really almost made it too. If she would have I don't know if she went the other way.
Yep.
But that must have been terrifying for her.
Seriously, crazy.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I like to theorize about Maxine, and I mean, dude, just I rewatched just the trailer the other day. Get you so hyped, dude. It's the music, and it's I don't know. It's so good.
It is
so good.
But I watched the trailer, but I'm trying to forget it because it's nowadays movies can be so good you wish you didn't watch the trailer so you can just be in awe of it and see everything the first time.
Wait,
not just in
is there a real trailer for Maxine out right now? I just saw because all that they showed
it's
was just
the
little
Maxine. Teasers. Yeah.
In the Hollywood sign.
Yeah, little teasers.
I don't think that's
stuff
giving too much away about the movie.
True,
you know what I mean?
True. But even when a full trailer comes out for this, I'm I don't know if I should watch it because it might spoil it for me.
I agree. No. Yeah. We talked about that. It's and I think A24 is pretty. Like I said, I saw the trailer for Pearl, but I had no idea what I was getting into with the entire franchise. So yeah, no, you're right. Especially, dude, trailers used to be 2 minutes. Now they're 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Gives so much away. It's oh, that was the climax that I just saw there.
Yes.
Isn't that crazy?
They show the entire movie in the trailer. Like,
Yeah.
what's going on? I don't
That's
like that
weird.
at all.
Yeah, it's very, very strange. But
it is, yeah.
hopefully they don't do that. I don't think they will for Maxine.
I don't think they will either.
They've done everything so perfectly.
Yeah, they've
far.
done everything really good so far. So
Yeah,
we'll hold them to it.
we'll hold them to it,
Yeah.
and we'll do another podcast on Maxine when it comes out. How about
Yes,
that?
for sure.
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
Hell
yes,
yeah, shake on
yes.
it.
Yes.
All
Down
right,
for that.
cool.
Yeah.
Qsaun McGraw, everybody, dude. I appreciate
Thank
you coming out.
It is an honor talking to you, Steve. I know we haven't been friends for that long, but like, you seem like a really cool dude, bro.
Thanks, man.
Very
I
down to
appreciate
earth person. Yeah, honored to be on here. Yeah, man. So
Cool.
that's it.
I got your Instagram. I follow Qsaun.
Yes.
QSAUNNN.
Follow me if you want to.
On
If you
Instagram.
don't, I don't care.
He's got
Either
some
way.
fly pictures on there.
Yeah, it's all right.
You got the fits. I see you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. And he's gonna be an up and coming actor. So support him
Yes,
when
sir.
he does
Please,
that.
please. You'll see me somewhere soon.
True. And if you have any roles for him, book him.
Yeah.
All right, dude. Let's wrap this up.
Appreciate it. Yeah,
Appreciate
for
it,
sure.
man.